What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. I'm a full-time media seller, and in like today's video, I go around the thrift stores with my little Bluetooth scanner here, scan all the books, CDs, DVDs, sell them used, new on Amazon and eBay. This is all I do every day, 24 hours a day. I don't sleep, I don't eat. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're outside of Mount Joy Gift and Thrift. Gonna be a little thrift along with a good topic, right? Had this in mind, right? The lame duck excuse that you can't find anything at your sources, so you can't have a reselling business. So we're going to tackle that after hopefully we find some stuff in here, right? Maybe we don't find anything because the topic of the video is about not being able to find things, right? Using that excuse to kind of leverage yourself into not reselling. I think a lot of resellers like to be in a negative mind space, and I think we have to change that overall mindset of, oh man, I can't find anything in this thrift store, so this business isn't going to work for me. So it's kind of a near and dear topic to me, because being on YouTube, you get a lot of different aspects, different sides of reselling, and a lot of the time it's usually not in good light. So I kind of want to erase all the negativity out there and come out of here with a million things. Actually, I hope I come out of here with nothing, so I can be like, you're gonna find stuff, you just gotta keep going, even though I didn't find anything, but we'll see how it goes. If you're interested in being around like-minded, crazy, used junk scanning people, join the YouTube channel, $2.99 a month. I don't think there's any cheaper subscription out there on the planet, right? And it's a tax write-off, so you get to write off $2.99 every month, right, for your taxes. So that's like, what, $36 a year? Woo! That's, I mean, I understand if you don't want to join, that's a lot of money, right? $36 is 36 $1 books at $10 profit. That's really like $360. And then if you turn to 360, you know, it's like $1 million anyway. All right, I'm going to shut up while I'm in there. You see my phone screen. And it's actually not too packed here. This place is kind of small and packed, but there's not that many cars. So let's go. All right, we are back from Mount Joy Gift and Thrift. Unfortunately, we did find some items, right? I was kind of hoping that we didn't find anything, but we did find some stuff. I'm going to show you every single item. I got nothing to hide. Yeah, so we got a little bit of, we got one DVD, one CD, and a bunch of books. First up, we paid up for the Bible. We paid $5 Blu-ray, brand new, sealed. Why does my screen look like this? There we go. New FBA, this will make you a little bit under $16. So we'll make around 10 bucks after our buy cost. Not too shabby. This should shell right away. So not too bad there. The only CD we found, The Infinite Essence of Life. We paid $1 for it. You make $6.87 merchant fulfilled after fees. Not too bad, nothing crazy. Somebody's calling me now. See what, like, this is live, right? Reject. Too bad. You're B. I'm in the middle of something. All right. Better Capitalism hardback will make you $0.00. Actually, I lied. It will make you use buy box 2138. Make it right around 10 bucks. We did pay $2 for it, but it'll sell. Brazen, we paid $2.50. Their prices have gone up. I don't know if it's because I'm always in there scanning and buying a bunch, but not too shabby here. Sell this at 20 bucks. We'll make $9. We paid $2.50. And for some reason, Scoutly's been sales score and fair value. I don't know what they did on the back end, an update or something, but it hasn't been showing that at all, basically, in the app. So somebody go yell at the Scoutly owners and tell them that their app has been sucking a little bit lately. Issuing divine restraining orders from the courts of heaven. This is a heavy loaded book right here, just that title alone. We paid $2. We'll make $7. Fast seller. Feeding Demons, another heavy one. We'll make $7. Paid $2. This stuff is just the reality of book selling, right? It's not all $100 flips. It's the little stuff that adds up, right? You turn 2 into 5, 5 into 10, 3 into 12, and it just, at scale, the volume, that's when you start making the money. You're not always going to be out there finding, you know, the $25 profit books. Paid $1.50. This will make you $7. The Son of David. The Bait of Satan. This one, all right, so this is a good example for everybody to look at. So it's going off 1540, but in actuality, we're going to let that person sell, right? It's got a good sales score, good sales rank, average sales rank. We're going to price ours up at $24.99, so we should make around 15 bucks on that instead of $7.47. Now I'm all confused. We already did the Son of David. Find it fast in the Bible. I don't think we did this one yet. Used buy box is 20 bucks, not too bad. $11 profit. One last item. Corinthians 1 and 2. We paid $2 for this. This will make you $25 million. Okay, so this is another good point here, right? Always pay attention to your phone scanning. You know, 20 E-score is the minimum I'm sending. But if I'm paying attention, I see something like this. It's got a good rank, decent average sales rank. We'll send this FBA 19. It's all right. We can slide it in there. Nobody's got to know, right? Nobody's going to call Amazon and say, hey, he sent in a 19 E-score item instead of a 20. So this is one of those items, if I was just scanning, I wouldn't have seen it if I was just listening. But looking at my phone, just maybe an extra 16 bucks. So that's always say, you got to look at your phone. Into the topic of the day. I can't find anything at the thrift stores. There's too much competition. You're doing it all wrong, right? So if you're going to my thrift stores, right, you move to central Pennsylvania, you buy a nice little house on the Susquehanna River, and all of a sudden you're in my stores thrifting. Well, what am I going to do? What are you going to do? Now, basically everything's split. Everything's 50-50 if it was straight down the line. So you need to get smarter, right? I just been seeing a lot of it lately. I don't know what it is. People can't find items to resell. There's nothing in the thrift stores. You need to work on building relationships with thrift stores. If you're going to be a thrift store only person, I highly recommend thrift stores only be a piece of your puzzle. You're going to need libraries. You're going to need bulk buys. You're going to need relationships outside of just a thrift store. I mean, I'll sit here and say it. You can't walk into a Goodwill. You know, 99% of the time you go into a Goodwill, it's a new employee every time. They're not going to give you any information. They don't have a specific book person. But the ones that do, Those are the relationships you have to build upon. You can't just rely on walking into a thrift store and scanning, because what happens if competition comes along? What happens if prices go up? There's so many different variables from you just relying on walking into a thrift store and finding items that sooner or later you're going to get bit. You're going to get bit right in the butt, and you ain't going to know what to do, because what am I going to do now? My 5 thrift stores, all of a sudden I have 2 other people that just started scanning. You know, they watched the used book guy. Now they want to sell used media. Another important thing to this, in the past weeks, I told you guys I was out scanning and there was other scanners and they were only scanning the books. I know, listen, I'm the used book guy, right? Hey, I'm the used book guy. There's nothing else besides books in my life. You're mistaken. You guys know I'm heavily into DVDs, heavily into CDs. So yeah, sure, it's fine to, you know, we talked about building a foundation, right? Books can be your foundation. But if you add the DVDs and CDs, all of a sudden you start building that Amazon seller house. And before you know it, you can do whatever you want to do with your Amazon business. You can't just focus on one category. And I would even challenge you, if you're out and about, find anything to sell, right? I'll give you an example of some stuff I found. New sealed. Scan it on the Amazon seller app. Sell it on the Amazon seller app. It's that easy. Used, right? Oh my God, Mike, you're selling sharpeners, the used sharpener guy. Listen, if I can get this for $1, it's in the box. It's got a decent sell through on Amazon. I can merchant fulfill it, throw it on my shelf. Get out of the mindset of just, I can only sell books. It's not a good mindset to have, honestly. I know I talk about, hey, focus on a niche, focus on a niche. I 100% believe that. But I also 100% believe wherever you go and there's books, there's going to be DVDs, there's going to be CDs, there's going to be cassettes, right? I listed a cassette on Amazon this past week. Nirvana, cassette single. I paid 10 cents for it. I think I got it listed for like 30 bucks. Thrift stores give away cassettes. Even Salvation Armies, the cassettes are like 25, 50 cents. So, and they have barcodes, and they'll scan right in Scoutly for you, and you'll be able to see. So get out of the mindset that, oh my God, I'm not finding books, this business doesn't work. You're sorely mistaken. You got to diversify to some extent here. You can't just do books. Unless you have all the relationships already, you have multiple library connections, you have backroom access, then you don't need to do nothing else, because you have the advantage of getting the stuff before it hits the floor. But for the rest of us that are just out there trying to grow a business kind of the normal way, which I think is the crappy way, because you got to have advantages in business. If it's me versus you got to be thinking of ways to get the better product before I get to it. And you got to get in that mindset. Everybody out there is your competitor, and just having a conversation is going to take you to the next level with other humans, right? Human interaction is a huge thing. I always say Craigslist, flyers. Somebody called me for my flyer yesterday. Had a short conversation with her, going to pick up the books later today. A stupid 5-cent flyer will probably make me a few $100. Get out of the mindset of, I got to go to the thrift store, because that's what you see on YouTube, right? Everybody's at the bins. Everybody's at the thrift stores. That's the only place they're finding money. Well, you're sorely mistaken, because there's a lot of resellers out there that aren't on YouTube, and the last place they're going to or into is a thrift store. That's the last place on their sourcing list, right? Their product comes to them, or they go to the product that's either in the back room. They're not walking into a Goodwill hoping to find stuff on the shelf. Although I will say, I spent $108 at Goodwill yesterday. My best Goodwill haul ever of the year. Not ever, but of this year. And I didn't record, of course. It was after I went to Mount Joy's. So anyways, sell it. List it, sell it, scan it, sell it. That's all there is to this game. You have to do volume. You have to source. You have to list. And then you're going to sell. If you do those in that order, the more you do the first two, the more sells you're gonna have. Sells, that's like one of Deb's least favorite words. Instead of sales, sells. So list it, source it, list it, sells it. They're doing road work out here. They're redoing my storage unit here. It's gonna be like I'm gonna have like a 1,000 by 1,000 unit. Not really. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye bye, and DVD CDs. Bye bye.